Have you ever pondered the mystery of the Amalekites, an ancient nomadic tribe lost to the sands of time? The Amalekites, a people shrouded in enigma, were once a notable force in the ancient Near East. Their origins are steeped in obscurity, their story woven into the tapestry of history, and their existence a subject of much debate among scholars. These enigmatic wanderers of the desert were first mentioned in the texts of antiquity during the Bronze Age. Their name echoes through the corridors of time, intertwined with tales of conflict, survival, and resilience. Often depicted as adversaries in ancient narratives, the Amalekites were formidable opponents, feared and respected in equal measure. Yet, despite their historical significance, the Amalekites remain an enigma, their true identity as elusive as a desert mirage. Piecing together their story is akin to assembling a complex puzzle, with each fragment offering a glimpse into their fascinating past. Our journey begins in the Bronze Age, when the Amalekites first entered the annals of history. Our story unfolds during the Bronze Age, where the Amalekites first made their mark. This enigmatic group of people, often described as nomadic, emerged from the swirling sands of the ancient Near East, leaving a trail of mystery and intrigue in their wake. The earliest mentions of the Amalekites can be traced to various historical records, where they are often portrayed as a formidable group of desert dwellers. Their nomadic lifestyle was not a choice, but a necessity. The harsh and unforgiving desert environment demanded adaptability and resilience, traits that the Amalekites embodied with an uncanny ease. They traversed the rugged terrains, always on the move, always ready for the next challenge. But the Amalekites were not isolated entities. They interacted, traded, and sometimes clashed with other ancient civilizations. From the mighty Egyptians to the prosperous Canaanites, the Amalekites etched their presence into the annals of these civilizations. They were a force to be reckoned with, a group that could not be ignored or overlooked. They were particularly known for their skill in warfare. From the chariot's wheels to the archer's bow, the Amalekites mastered the art of battle, often employing swift and unexpected tactics that left their adversaries bewildered. Their reputation as fierce warriors spread far and wide, earning them both respect and fear. Yet, despite their nomadic existence and their reputation as warriors, the Amalekites were not just about war and wanderlust. They had a culture, a way of life that was distinctly their own. They had their own beliefs, rituals, and traditions, all shaped by the harsh realities of their desert existence. As we delve deeper into the sands of time, we find that the Amalekites were more than just a group of nomadic warriors. They were a people with a rich and complex history, a people who left an indelible mark on the ancient world. As time passed, the Amalekites would become entwined with the history of one civilization in particular, the Israelites. The Amalekites and the Israelites, two peoples whose destinies seemed forever intertwined. Their paths first crossed in the harsh wilderness of Sinai, as the Israelites, newly freed from Egyptian bondage, sought their promised land. The Amalekites, however, had other plans. The Amalekites, a desert-dwelling tribe, were known for their fierce and opportunistic nature. They saw the weary Israelites, not as fellow travelers in the harsh desert, but as invaders encroaching on their territory. This led to the first of many violent encounters between the two groups, a battle that was as much about survival as it was about control. In the biblical narrative, this initial encounter is depicted with a sense of high drama. The Israelites, led by Moses, were said to have been victorious, but only just. The narrative emphasizes that the victory was not due to their own strength or strategy, but rather divine intervention. Moses, with his arms held high, was believed to have invoked God's favor, tipping the scales of the battle in favor of the Israelites. But this was just the beginning of a long and bloody conflict. The Amalekites, far from being deterred, continued to harass the Israelites throughout their journey. They became a thorn in the side of the Israelites, a symbol of the challenges they faced in their quest for a homeland. The Bible chronicles several more battles between the Amalekites and the Israelites, each one escalating in violence and brutality. The Amalekites became the arch-nemesis of the Israelites, a perpetual reminder of the struggle for survival in a harsh and unforgiving landscape. Yet as much as the Amalekites were a threat, they were also a test of the Israelites' faith, their resilience, and their commitment to the divine covenant. Each battle was not just a physical confrontation, but a spiritual one, a test of resolve against adversity. The Amalekites' conflict with the Israelites would set the stage for their eventual downfall. Their relentless aggression would lead to their own undoing, a tragic end to a tale of perpetual conflict. The sands of time can be unforgiving, as the Amalekites would soon discover. The decline of the Amalekites, a once formidable nomadic tribe, was not a sudden event. Instead, it was a slow descent into oblivion, precipitated by a myriad of factors. Among these, their incessant conflict with the Israelites played a significant role. The Amalekites and the Israelites were locked in a seemingly perpetual state of war. From their first encounter during the Exodus, their relationship was marred by bloodshed. This ongoing conflict drained the resources of the Amalekites, weakening them over time. The attrition of their forces, coupled with the relentless pressure from the Israelites, took a toll on their ability to maintain their power and influence. Adding to the woes of the Amalekites was the changing political landscape of the ancient world. The rise of powerful empires like the Assyrians and the Persians reshaped the dynamics of the region. The Amalekites found themselves caught in the crossfire of these emerging superpowers. Their strategic location, once a boon, became their bane as they were increasingly targeted in the power struggles of these empires. The Amalekites, unlike the Israelites, lacked a centralized government or a strong unifying leader. This lack of central authority made them vulnerable to external pressures. They were unable to mount a united front against the external threats, leading to their gradual decline. Moreover, the Amalekites were a semi-nomadic tribe. Their lifestyle, based on transient settlements, did not lend itself to the establishment of a strong, enduring state. This lack of permanence in their societal structure further hastened their decline. As centuries rolled on, the Amalekites began to lose their distinct identity. They were gradually assimilated into other cultures and tribes. By the end of the Iron Age, their presence had diminished so much that they were rarely mentioned in historical records. By the end of the Iron Age, the Amalekites had all but vanished from historical records. Though they disappeared from history, the Amalekites left behind a legacy that endures to this day. Their story, fraught with conflict and intrigue, has managed to transcend the sands of time, leaving indelible marks on the annals of history. The Amalekites are most notably remembered through their portrayal in various religious texts. In the Hebrew Bible, they are depicted as the archetypal enemy of the Israelites, a symbol of evil and immorality. Yet, it's important to remember that these texts offer a particular perspective, one that may not fully encapsulate the complexity of the Amalekites as a people. In the Islamic tradition, the Amalekites have been associated with the Ad people, a civilization known for their power and arrogance. Their downfall, as depicted in the Quran, serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of hubris and disobedience. Beyond their religious portrayals, the Amalekites' influence seeped into later civilizations as well. Their strategic prowess in warfare, their resilience in the face of adversity, these traits were not lost on those who came after them. In fact, they were emulated, studied, and incorporated into the military strategies of successive empires. Moreover, the Amalekites' legacy is not just confined to their military might. They are also believed to have made significant contributions to the development of early metallurgy, influencing the Iron Age cultures around them. Their innovations, though often overlooked, played a crucial role in shaping the technological landscape of the ancient world. Yet the most enduring legacy of the Amalekites might be the lessons they impart. Their story stands as a testament to the impermanence of power, the inevitability of change, and the ceaseless march of time. It reminds us that civilizations rise and fall, that history is a complex tapestry, woven from countless threads of human endeavor. The Amalekites may be gone, but they are far from forgotten. Their legacy, etched in the sands of time, continues to echo across the ages, serving as a poignant reminder of a civilization that once was, and the indelible mark it left on the course of human history. Our journey through the history of the Amalekites has been a fascinating one. We've traversed the annals of time, delving deep into the heart of an ancient civilization that once thrived. Let's journey back to their origins. Born from the lineage of Esau, the Amalekites emerged as a formidable tribe in the Sinai Peninsula. Their presence was first felt when they clashed with the Israelites, marking the start of a perpetual conflict that would span generations. This conflict, a saga of power and survival, was a pivotal chapter in their history. It was a perpetual tug-of-war, a dance of dominance and defiance that saw no end. The Amalekites, with their fierce warriors and strategic prowess, were a thorn in the side of the Israelites for centuries. However, time has a way of turning tides. The once mighty Amalekites began to face their decline. Overpowered by King Saul and later by King David, their might began to wane. Their once formidable presence started to fade into the echoes of history. Yet even in their decline, the Amalekites left a lasting legacy. Their story, etched in the annals of time, continues to resonate with us today. They are woven into the fabric of biblical narratives, serving as reminders of a time when they were a force to be reckoned with. Their tale is one of power, conflict, resilience, and ultimately decline. It's a testament to the dynamic ebb and flow of civilizations, the rise and fall of empires, and the inevitable march of time. As we delve into the sands of time, the story of the Amalekites serves as a stark reminder of the impermanence of civilization and the enduring power of history. Their story, like many others, is a testament to the fact that history isn't merely a record of the past, but a beacon that illuminates our path forward.